theoretically we're live.
Welcome back to the low budget LCS for the first time. I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking you pressed the button, it didn't work, and then they had to change a bunch of things and then it worked again. You're wrong, and you're weird for being so oddly specific in your criticism of us. We're back, it works. What's this? Okay, fuck yes. We got the ping in the Discord. That means it works there. I'm waiting to see it reflected on the Twitch channel. But I believe, yes, Twitch says that we're live now.
It does say we're live, and it says it's opening day.
We didn't change the title, which means
I was not told about that one. How do you do
title.
that?
Hey, listen, Taco Timmer, where's the strim? The strim is right. Drim. It's here. It's now. It's happening. It's 10 minutes late. And the title's wrong. Fuck you, Tammy. Listen, fuck everything. Fisticuffs are up. I'm gonna fight every viewer one at a time. Meet me in the parking lot at the Denny's. I'll be the guy dressed as Denny's. Yeah, that's right. New mascot, and I'm here to fucking throw bows. Milk and Tiny, thank you for following us. 018247996, thank you for following us as well. Okay. We're going to tell you who's playing tonight. Tonight, it's the Scuttlers versus the Sisters of the Loam. I'm LeChance. I'm here with Loki. This is already fueled by chaos.
I am very much holding the stream to the normal excellence that we expect from the low-budget LCS, and we are in draft. We are in round 2 of bans, actually. It's going great.
Yeah, no, things are going well. Let me see if I can change the title. And by that, I mean, I definitely can. Day 2.
Cool. You can change the title. Awesome. On the Scuttlers, on blue side, it looks like we have a really heavy poke bot lane with that Ezreal Karma. Strong engage, probably jungler with the J4. And for Sisters of the Loam, we have the definitely not can get out of hand bot lane of Yunara with a Lulu support. And for safety for that hard carry Yunara, we have Galio. All right, we have Zac and Shen banned. So those are probably top lane bans directed towards the Sisters of the Loam, and the Sisters of the Loam responded with a couple of mid lane bans. So let's see what the Sisters of the Loam start to choose to round out their comp. All right.
Everything I'm doing, by the way, is just scrolling to make sure that I'm right in what league we're watching right now.
Executive. We are in executive, and it is Sisters of the Loam versus the Scuttlers.
Obviously, executive league. Now I gotta change the fucking go live notification. You're being executived. Get executive. Does anybody see our go live notifications, by the way? If you're a viewer and for some reason you allow us to send notifications to you, let us know if you see our go live notifications or if you think they're funny. We change them a lot. Bro couldn't spell Hue. Listen, I don't know if that's in reference to me. I wasn't trying to spell Hue, but I can't. I can't spell anything.
Actually, Buggle told me to tell you that I can't spell shit either.
Oh, that's awesome.
I am not dyslexic, though. I had the assessment of, we don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but good luck.
That's awesome.
It's a pattern thing. My brain just doesn't do it. But we do have a complete team comp from the Scuttlers now. We have that long-range poke and Hue with Set, which is kind of interesting because all the damage dealers for the Scuttlers want to be at least a screen and a half apart from Sisters of the Loam. And Jarvan and Set do not know boundaries or social distancing. So it's an interesting combination there. Sisters of the Loam. Oh, They are not going to be respecting social distancing with Viego and Camille. So if Camille gets on that squidgy backline, Hui and Karma are going to have a rough time of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just dive, rinse and repeat. See if you can keep your backline alive, and it's just going to come down to that execution. I love just Galio ult in the game. So satisfying. It's nice. It's nice when divers have buddies. Not if you're being dove, but if you're a diver, you hate to be the only diver. But it's so great to have a ton of backup here, and Sisters of the Loam have that in spades.
They definitely do. Oh my goodness. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, so anyways, my freshman year of high school, my teacher felt that I was very intentionally not doing well on spelling tests because I managed to get solid A's on all my writing. My reading comprehension was very high, and my spelling was just not. I understood it, I just couldn't spell it. So what happened was there was a 15-minute reading period just before that class, and she forbade me from reading and made me copy out the spelling words for 15 minutes over and over again right in front of her desk. And then rather than giving the spelling test at the end of class, she's like, "You're going to take it now." So she took away my practice and gave me the test, and I still failed.
What's the worst that could happen?
God damn, look, that is brutal.
She's
That
like, "You
is
have
fucking
to be
brutal.
doing this on purpose. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Engineers can't spell."
I once got, oh wait, really quickly. And of course I know this. This is just a test. What side is which team on?
The Scuttlers are on blue side, and the other one's the other one.
Well, okay, well, great.
Awesome.
Completely unrelated.
Yep.
We have got predictions open right now with the correct teams on the correct sides.
So I go.
Fantastic. And now they're locking their comps in, going at lightning speed. Sammy says we're not low budget anymore, but I don't know what we've done to convince you of that.
Well, no,
I don't know either. Oh no. This is fine.
Now, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I still play League. You know, it's in my rotation. But I don't know what the fuck Yunara does. So I'm gonna learn that alongside anybody else who has been sort of playing with that frequency. Sorry, I was just reading Full Metal's message there. So that's gonna be fantastic. Are you're just sliding the
Well, I
logos
moved
around?
them at the beginning because they were on other sides, and then I realized every single one of my overlays were set up, just having them renamed. So now I renamed them in order to have everything line up on the other screens without having to futz with it. It's
Perfect. Delightful.
good. I'm doing my best here.
We are simultaneously getting the Streamlabs of Loki set up.
This is
So-
my first time, so please bear with me as I smack my forehead against the wall and make
Yay.
every possible mistake at least once.
That's okay. Sammy can tell you how many times I've had the stream crash.
I hope
It's a
it
lot.
doesn't crash.
It probably won't. I streamed with Wi-Fi for a really long time.
I'm on fiber
Um,
with an Ethernet cable.
that is probably the better way to do it. Now, just to test things while we're in the spectator delay, can you tab over to their, can you put it on the client now?
Oh, yeah, I can. It's still waiting for a spectator delay.
I
Is it
see,
showing
okay.
up?
All right, yeah. You can go back over. I understand now.
Okay. Perfect.
Delightful. This is also Buggle got you set up, and I'm probably the worst person to try and actually figure out what's going on. So, we'll take it one piece at a time.
All right. So, who do you think has the advantage?
All right, just looking at basic comps here, and I'm looking at team fights. I mean, I'm really excited for this Camille Gallio synergy. What I like about this team with Camille, Viego, Gallio, Yunar, and Lulu is Lulu has a lot of different targets to enchant. Obviously, sort of in an ideal world, the purpose of a support like that is to keep the ADC alive. But a lot of people are going to be doing damage and taking damage and
Yes.
diving really hard, and so it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw something onto Camille as they dive into the back line, causing some trouble back there. And I just like the flexibility of it. Within it's got a very straightforward plan, but flexibility within that plan and how they carry it out. Who's going to be the main diver, where the follow-up's going to come from. They can all kind of be interchangeable with each other. So that's who my money's on.
I think that is incredibly valid. Sisters of the Loam definitely have a team where if you have a fed immortal Camille, you just win.
Mm-hmm.
However, the Scuttlers have quite a bit to answer that as well. Karma shields are going to be huge. Hui being able to fear away a diver. Set just saying, nah, you now a grenade into your own backline. And then Jarvan existing. So there's a lot going down on the Scuttlers to help counter and answer that Sisters of the Loam comp. Also, if Viego and Camille are at half health from poke before the fight even starts, the Sisters of the Loam are going to have a harder time in those fights.
Absolutely. And speaking of answers, Floppy Floater has asked, why was this recommended to me? And who are these people? It's a great question, Floppy. Why was this recommended to you? I have no idea. Maybe you watch a lot of amateur leagues, which is exactly what we are. And who these people are two teams in one of our 8 leagues this season that just started. We've got the Sisters of the Loam versus the Scuttlers. And those are the answers to some of your questions, but I just don't have the answers. Low budget LCS. No one exposed secret stuff to Floppy. Is Floppy the agent we've been waiting for and are supposed to be avoiding? Floppy, you didn't hear anything. Don't snitch on us, dude!
Although I do want to point out, Seer put 210,000 schmeckles on Sisters of the Loam.
What the fuck? Seer. The faith. The faith. Okay, Loki, I'm gonna teach you a little trick.
What?
Control-Shift-Z,
Oh, yep,
scroll
I know that
twice
one.
on the mouse.
Sorry, I was temporarily astounded by seeing that number pop up.
Yeah, the sheer weight of schmeckles thrown around. By the way, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to bet on this first game of this best of 3 series. Maybe you can earn more schmeckles than you ever imagined, with so many on the line.
Will Seer get Penance return on his massive bet, on their massive bet? Or will somebody on the other team, maybe me, absolutely clean Seer's wallet out?
Yeah, this is a great time to bet on the Scuttlers.
This is a great Scuttlers bet.
It's tomorrow. Asks, are the drafts available to view after the game has started? It depends. How good is your memory? No, but they will be on the VOD later on. That's the Sisters of the Listen, Floppy believes in the Sisters. They're here carrying the faith.
One thing I am noticing is that Celestial Martin is the captain of the Scuttlers and their ADC, and that is not who is on this Ezreal.
No.
So, it will be interesting to see how they play together tonight.
Yes, indeed. The final oak tree, though, I do love the name.
It is pretty fantastic, but also a little bit dystopian. I don't want there to be a final oak tree. I would like
No.
a lot of them to stick around for quite a while.
Yeah. I'd prefer it be that way as well.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of classic duking it out. Nothing too crazy about this start to this game, right? Junglers still trying to find themselves in a position, maybe looking for an opening gank. Lunari, though, holding this bush. Wormlock, just going to take a little damage.
Yep. Lots of poke back and forth. Camille's taking some good chips out of that set in top lane. Normally
Well,
it's a
what you
wet
gotta
noodle fight.
Yeah, what you gotta understand, Loki, is that Camille's legs are swords, and that's hella dangerous. So when you get kicked by a sword leg, things might not go your way.
Though the damage to every flooring in your home would be miserable. Like,
Oh, yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, no. You do not have wood floors.
Did you know that linoleum
Oh, that there's
floors,
a fight up here? No, never mind. That
Yeah.
would have been an okay transition.
Linoleum floors, when they first came out, people were not believing they were durable, so they were actually installed in the elephant enclosure in a zoo to prove to the public, as a publicity stunt, that they were incredibly durable.
Oh,
play
yeah,
mid lane.
speaking of publicity stunts, we've got a stunt here in the mid lane as Sword Cultivator's in a bit of trouble. All you can do is kind of walk towards your tower and pray. There's the flash! Holy shit! They make it back to safety.
Ooh.
But a fight down here that breaks up immediately. Although, Little Shanks in the river. We've got Jarvan in the neighborhood and low health bars across the board here in the bot lane. Final Oak Tree really playing with fire. When your health's that low, it's all about screening with that minion wave. Cut up to the top lane, wait, back down to the bottom lane. Look at how low these health bars are. Look at the flash forward. That's gonna be Lunari taking some damage. Is it enough? First blood going into the pocket of the final Oak Tree. Getting that shield from Wormlock as well. God, a tightrope walk in the bot lane.
Yeah, a lot of summoners blown there. Barrier on both ADCs, or on Ezreal at the very least. So perchance more poke could be coming out of this Yunara and Lulu and get down that final Oak Tree. Okay, so back to elephant thing. Oh, maybe? We went noodling, or are we good?
Oh, just so you know, the logo on the right side is kind of in the middle of the, it need to be a little rearranged.
Okay. Let me fix that really quickly then.
This is pointed out by the low budget LCS Twitch account, which I believe is Buggle.
Excellent.
Or we've been hacked.
Ooh, that's different. What is
Yeah.
it doing? Well, that's
my
where
God.
that's supposed to be. What is over here?
You know, we are putting this VOD on YouTube, and I'm glad that this is going to be memorialized. Bit of a fight
is
happening into the bot lane. They're pushing them under tower. Nothing else can happen there. What the dog doing?
We're getting there, I promise.
This is a great time to shout out our sponsor this season, We Teach League. You'll see in the bottom left-hand corner, of course.
Do they teach streaming too?
Hold on, fight happening in the bot lane. Wormlock going down to half health. Oh, that's a stun. Boss is taking some damage too. The final Oak Tree kiting back. Jarvan not coming down just yet. Wormlock looking so low. Are they going to try and press for it? Jarvan coming in. Fantastic. The flag and drag dealing some damage. Lunari on the run. Not sure if they're going to make their way out of this. Another kill. Third one taken for the Scuttlers. Things are not looking good for Seer's Bet.
It is not, in fact, looking good for Seer's Bet.
Yeah, Branson Evans totally understands. Mulch Dog is duplicated on the right side. Everybody knows that. That's just sort of like a tradition. If you're like new here, that's sort of like a fun thing that we like to do.
Absolutely. By the way, I did check these all in a custom game before the game, and they looked fine. I don't know what
I'm
it's
sure.
doing.
Listen, it's the nature of doing anything like this, that things are just going to break themselves on purpose. Oh, devastating news from the household of Seer. Guys, I put the house on this game. It's going to be difficult. And Seer, we're going to be here for you if this bet does not turn out your way. We will, of course, we will have to collect it. And we are going to send Buggle to your home to take the home. He's not a contractor. He doesn't have much experience in that way. It's very likely he's just going to destroy it and then drag the rubble away one bit at a time.
You're saying a goblin doesn't have much experience in taking out a home.
Listen, is he actually a goblin? It's hard to know. Is the answer yes? Of course it is.
Rico, how about I finish the oh, never mind.
Oh, speaking of medical facts, someone's going to need some medicine up here in the top lane as Rengar is getting ganked. Jarvan sending him straight to the hospital. Carry on.
4-0, they do have feats of strength already. That actually happened with just the bot lane shenanigans. Oh.
Once again, this Jarvan just everywhere. Galio is going to come in, but he will be outnumbered. He's going to look to run right now. Getting the taunt off is nice. And we'll let him live.
And are they going to secure grubs? They have rotated the support up. Yeah. So it's a quick and easy grubs take for the first feat of monster slaying, going over to the Scuttlers. So
this is, yes.
The linoleum fact. They had the linoleum on the floor of this elephant enclosure for a year, and it survived beautifully. And so a major department store actually installed it in their front entryway, and within like 3 days it was entirely destroyed because of women's high heels. The PSI of those small high heels was so much greater than the large soft pads of elephants' feet. Even though elephants weigh much more, it was way more harmful for the floors, and they just absolutely got destroyed.
God damn.
Uh-huh. So elephants, easier on flooring than high heels.
That's incredible. Science? Physics? Is it physics? Is that
Yes,
physics?
that is physics.
Physics is nuts. Physics is absolutely nuts. Physics, and I think math in general, is kind of the closest thing that we have to real-life wizardry, and mathematical formulas are just runes that mathematicians carve into paper to get answers that are the secrets of the universe, and then they use those secrets to bend our reality into their vision. Do not trust mathematicians. They looked into space and all around themselves, and they said, this is not enough. It's not enough to know that this apple is red and delicious. I have to know every other thing about it, and then how to genetically modify it.
So that would be biologists and chemists. And also, have you seen CADware and 3D casting, like 3D printing? That is actual creation out of nothing. Like putting code into a computer and having it create a 3D object. Wild.
That is pretty nuts, and I just want to take a moment to apologize to any mathematicians out there. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me.
I have a minor now.
You're more powerful than I am.
That's a given.
You can manipulate math. That's just true across the board. Will they get this back off? Teleport coming in. Schmitty maybe in a little bit of trouble. Oh, picture perfect flash there.
It was beautiful. That does leave Schmitty quite open to Hui shenanigans, though. A half-health Galio with a full health, just TP'd back to lane Sword Cultivator could be real hard on his health bar. Oh, the Jarvan immediately heads bot again. You don't have an ADC with you, dear.
All over the place. He's going in once more, but Galio coming down this time, maybe going to be rebuffed. Let's see if they can get a taunt off. No, Final Oak shows up just in time, and this Ezreal's really feeling themselves.
So they managed to trade a flag and drag for the Galio ult. So that was a really good trade of cooldowns for the Scuttlers. They picked up first Drake as well. They're only one Rift Herald away from getting the full feats. Wow.
Yeah, and at least in my eyes, the Scuttlers have this advantage off of like really like playing in a very risky and dangerous way with their bot lane, and they just came out on top there. There was quite a bit of time where both bot laners were really, really low in health. They were trading very evenly. Very nice combo down here. Not quite enough damage to kill someone, but they will take a plate. Whew!
Ooh.
As I say that.
One turret shot. Though the turret shot doesn't hit it quite as hard as it could because a few shields in this bot lane. Just a few. It's
Yeah, one or
Sundered
two for
Sky
sure.
that destroys shields, right?
Say again?
Is it Sundered Sky that destroys shields?
Oh.
Am I totally wrong?
Listen, as Tyno Ray appropriately pointed out, Timu casters, I'm not the guy to ask that. I'm sure one of our experts, it's Serpent's Fang,
Serpent's
Ryan
Fang.
Gaming.
Sorry, my bad.
Let me apologize once again to the mathematicians, as a mathematician just came and helped us out there. My bad, I'm completely wrong on it.
I'm bad with names. I try. But I know it's a pretty decent item on either Set or Jarvan. Probably not the best, but would be incredibly powerful into the Camille Viego Galio Lulu. So that could be fun. I believe Camille and Viego can also build it as well. They probably will. Serpent's Fang. There we go. Heal off first. My
Delightful.
bad. I'm not a top laner, I'm a support. I never
Speaking of
build
top
either of
lane,
those. Nothing's
Nothing.
happening up there.
just a
Yay!
flash got burned. Something almost happened.
Nearly phenomenal. Almost fantastic.
Okay, we are getting a lot of good information about the item, though.
Yeah.
So anyone
that
who
is
is
great.
actually curious about that, you have all the answers in the chat.
We do. It's fantastic.
Okay, Mott's Sauce down here, looking to engage, but both junglers have come in and now they're going to dive each other. That's going to be the Jarvan ult onto the backline right there. Lunari in a little bit of trouble, but now Little Shank's going quite low, taking down the final Oak, having to shift away, and now turning onto Wormlock. Can they get everything they want? Just 2 out of 3. Mid lane coming down to support them. A dive in the top lane. Wormlock looking a little low. Gonna get taken out and just in a breath. The tables haven't totally turned, but the gold now 100 in favor of the Sisters of the Loam.
Wow.
Deer finally being able to let loose some of that tension.
Nice job. I'm pretty sure Seer's still at the edge of their seat.
100%. But, you know, big ups to Sisters of the Loam for just playing patient and creating that opportunity right there. Great, great movement from Mott Sauce and just being there at the right time. And they just flat out won that 3v3.
They really did. The Lulu ult preventing the burst damage kill from the Jarvan combo was really big in that fight. And also, I kind of love when a Jarvan ult gets turned on the Jarvan. It's like, we're not in here with you. You're in here with us.
Yeah, a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Second Drake gonna get picked up by the Scuttlers.
All right.
Okay, so,
What?
and, well, do we have a second? Let's see if this turns, don't disappoint us again, top lane. Hot damn. So much
Why
damage
are
coming
you
out
still
of,
getting your hopes up? It just
I don't know.
happens time
I don't
and
know.
time again.
I don't know, will I ever learn a lesson? My hopes are up again. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Oh?
Okay, hold on. We just had to be disappointed in them. Now they're gonna do something. Kodiak Whiskey. Maybe just abject silence will produce a fight in the top lane. That's probably what would work.
I don't know. Can we get objective timers? Is that a thing I can do?
Yes, it is.
Hey, look at
Yeah,
that.
click that thing right there as the final look is being aggressed on right there. That's gonna be him going to 0 health and dying because of it. Little Shanks though, maybe here for some revenge. Can they get Dishinari? Let's see, the flag and drag isn't gonna connect with the ADC. Wormlock has gotta produce more shields than that. Oh, solo one more auto will do it! It just takes 2 bodies. Oh, and Sword Cultivator down here. Dives happening on opposite ends of the map as a play does happen top lane, but it's not just the top laners participating, and deaths all over the place as corpses are scattered across the rift.
We had like a really quiet first 5 minutes and then chaos has broken out in the last 10. This is delightful. Both teams
Yeah.
are so dynamic in how they team fight with so many That is a Galioton on the Karma, chunking her down. However, I don't know if Schmitty wants this, with Ezreal showing up, having to flash away from that Ezreal Q that may have been enough damage to take them out. Okay.
Final oak tree. Not in any trouble at all. Very shifty.
Okay. Let's see. Gold is 2k in the favors of Sisters of the Loam here. So that should allow some breathing space for our dear Seer. The gold is exactly where you want it on that Reset Viego and the Yunara. So with a Lulu behind Yunara, you will probably get a very good primer in what exactly Yunara does, which is move fast, slow the enemy team, and deal a bunch of damage that ramps up incredibly high over the course of the game and in team fights.
Yeah, that much has definitely been clear so far. Sisters of the Loam still maintaining this gold lead too, even though being down in Dragons. And we're kind of just waiting for this next big play here. A lot happened in... Oh, wow. That burst damage coming through right there as Ezreal's just going to get melted. Wormlock up next. A little bit of healing there did come through. Kept them alive. Kodiak Whiskey now going to drop that set ult onto Rengar, who, of course, is playing Camille. But Camille is just going to finish them off. God damn, Sisters of the Loam clapping back here.
So Rengar Oscar was able to secure first turret in that top lane. Do we have feats yet? Yes, feats actually went over to the Scuttlers with feats of strength and feats of monster slaying, both completed. So even with that first turret on the side of Sisters of the Loam, feats do go over with those booty upgrades to the Scuttlers. This is a fairly high-ranked game, so this is our Executive League. We have Diamond players in this game, so it should be some higher-level play. And with a hyper-carry Yunara, who is an incredibly dynamic, powerful ADC with the Lulu behind her, it's going to look fairly dramatic if and when they get ahead, and they can play quite fearlessly as long as that Galio ult is up. Little Shanks
Nice
going
flag and
behind
drag. Oh, I said nice. Maybe a little bit too much right there. They just had so much damage. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, so I've completely lost track of the playthrough. Viego has to go on the run. Lunari looking quite low. Mott's looking low as well. 3 low health bars. That's going to be Wormlock trying to flash. Oh, the flash in with the Galio taunt. They don't have the damage to follow up right there. Rengar's come down. Let's see if he can find any targets here. Just got to be on the run. Too many people.
So even with Little Shanks going in with that ult and unfortunately getting turned into a squirrel, their combo damage was delayed slightly. They still got it off though. Oh, great fear out of that way to save their life against the chameleon. Yeah, so because they were able to get that damage out on 3 big members of Sisters of the Loam like that, the rest of the team was able to come in with their damage and AoE and absolutely destroy the Sisters of the Loam in that fight in order to secure that 3rd Drake. And the Scuttlers are on soul point here for that Drake. So in about 26 minutes into this game, we will see if they prioritize getting that soul. I imagine they would. The only objective up right now is that Otacon in the bot lane this game, and Sisters do have prio on vision and presence in that river around the objective to start with.
Yeah, Scuttlers, just to hammer down on that point, Scuttlers have been playing great around the Dragons, have continued to. The last 2 Dragons they took, they've been down in gold while they've been taking them. So that's just been good rotations, good team movement, coordinating burst on an objective. This next one, of course, will be the hardest trick to pull off, as No one is aware more of what team is about to get sold than the team that is not about to get sold. So I'm expecting quite a bit of stiff resistance on this next dragon.
Yeah. And wait, are they going to get it here? Yes. So not only did they get that turret, I like that they delayed killing the turret there, so a couple more of the minions got destroyed just to prevent a little bit of farm from Sisters of the Loam there. That was a fun little thing to notice.
Look at this little Rift Herald guy
Yeah.
walking down mid lane.
So,
Really wants to get a charge off, but
he really
probably
does. I don't know if he's going to. It looks like the Scuttlers are going to take out Rift Herald, which feels a little not great. But that's okay.
Yeah, that should be all right. Seems like we're having a fight break out here. That's going to be Yunari just running away.
Yeah.
All of this for positioning on this river. And yeah, this is just the Scuttlers carving out their territory.
Yep, Scuttlers do have vision around that Otacon. Ooh. Oh, final oak tree.
Damn.
Yes.
Gonna get polymorphed, shifts away, back to the rest of his team, but can he be kept alive? That's gonna be the Galio ult coming in, but Matsauce on the back line here, flanking around, looking for final oak tree, and he does find him, gets that kill. Lunari, good flash over the wall, keeping themselves alive. Kodiak Whiskey going quite low, does get taken down. That's gonna be a double kill. Sword Cultivator flashing over the wall here. Camille goes over as well, flashes forward, trying to close the distance. That's the ult, they're gonna find them. Do they have the damage? I suppose they do. Once again, their legs are swords, dashing over the wall. Gonna find Wormlock as well? Question mark? Never mind. Leave one to carry on the message of what happened here today.
I think we're just waiting on cooldowns before that support also joins the rest of her team on a gray screen, unfortunately for them. But that does easily secure the objective for Sisters of the Loam. So they have actually just now extended their gold lead, doubled it to 4K. As of 2 minutes ago, they were holding at that 2K advantage for quite a while. And now being at the, actually 5K, that's exciting. I can do math, I promise. They should have a really good hold on this game. We'll see if they have the ability to keep that and use that advantage in order to secure the Drake. Oh, the blue buff reset. We didn't see it. It's fine.
Blue buff didn't want to play. That's all right. Plenty of time to take it.
Yep. Plenty of time to set up for the objectives.
Floppy pretty happy about this Sisters of the Loam performance.
Yes, for sure. After going down 4 kills early, for them to come back and really show their prowess at team fighting, and their communication between their members is fantastic, and really allowed them to not only come back but get a lead in this game.
Yeah, cool thing about playing in a league like this is it's not just about your hands, it is about how you communicate and how the team works together. And, you know, as you said, we're going to see some of that on display. But still a lot left of this game and a lot left of this series too. Even if they go down for this game, the Scuttlers will have another chance to clap back. But let's see what happens. So we've got some people positioning in the river here. Camille alone in the top side. That damage just coming out of Yunari is insane right there. That's going to be Little Shanks going in right there. Will get knocked up by the Galio. Taking a lot of damage. Does go down eventually. The final oak is shown up. Lots of low health bars in the back, but who can finish them off? Whoa! A couple people can. People dropping like flies all over the place. Sword Cultivator, full health. But this is a Camille, and we have seen what this Camille can do. Rengar closes the distance, keeping it up. Very nice fear. Patience from the Hui. That is so key. That Chemtic Drake will go over to the Sisters of the Loam.
So they have gotten their first Drake and delayed by 5 minutes the possible soul coming out of the Scuttlers, which is fantastic. And that Camille is 6-1.
God damn.
Yeah, they're just going straight onto the Baron here. They have a ton of damage coming out of the top side of their map. So I don't see any problem with them being able to take this despite their ADC still running out of the base. Let's see if the Scuttlers are able to sniff this out. Karma comes in. It's a bit late. And they get that reset off. Ooh, backstop? Nope. Okay. So they get
whatever,
the reset off, spend their gold.
See if you can delay them by a couple more seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You might actually be able to take this mid tower. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Not a bad way to start the Baron push against you is to take a tower.
Yeah, getting those lanes pushed out before the Baron buff is applied to them is always really nice. It's so much easier to kill them when they aren't purple and shiny.
So we've seen the diving comp work here, right? We're seeing these triple divers all be able to back each other up.
Speaking of which,
up here in the top lane, we are just seeing the strength of Camille right now, who does... Okay, who is going to win this 1v1 right here? It does look like it's going to be Camille. Rengar does take that. But now they've got it with Baron buff, and so it's all about withstanding this push right here, not opening yourself up to dives, really trying to position in a way where the dive's going to be as difficult as possible for them. But that will be much harder without the set, who's kind of the abilities you have. You know, that and the fear from Hwei are great clapbacks to someone diving you. Hot sauce, invisible, maybe looking for something. Huge burst of damage. They're just going to keep feeding these waves, having them slam in, wait for the Camille on the top side. This is just how you use the Baron, right? They're going to massage each side of the map as they can.
That's a little bit more than chip damage on the turret, though. That's
yeah,
a lot of ow. That's ow.
Yes, ow is right. As the damage from the Sisters of the Loam is just going to be brought to bear as they rip through the squad. Really does look like this is going to be the last team fight, as all that's left to do after that ace is take down these towers and crack that Nexus. And they've got plenty of time to do it.
Yes, they do. They dove past the Nexus in order to kill them all in that final team fight. And for that, they get the victory of the victory screen. Game 1 going to Sisters of the Loam. Seer, your purse is saved.
Yes. The purse, the house.
Yep.
It was close.
And damage was... Yanara did 38,000 damage.
Wow.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. The Lulus did a great job. Lunaria making sure Ascalobos, something like that. Making sure Ask was able to move around and have the bravery to do anything they wanted in a lot of those team fights. And Galio only died once. Galio and Camille had least deaths, so I'm going to shout them out, because both of those champions are in at team fights. Galio often sacrificing their health bar for the ability of the team to deal more damage, and the fact that they just only died once is really amazing for their positioning on that.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive. Yeah, as we move into game 2,
yeah,
just starting to think of what lessons can be learned here from game 1. Because once the snowball started snowing,
Seer has at least I would say 270,000 smeckles. That's what we can learn.
That's fair. That's very reasonable. I will be right back.
All right. So Rico, you wanted a random medical fact earlier, I do believe. I can do that. Um, Eyeballs don't have itch receptors. Like, they cannot feel itchiness. It's the mucosal membranes inside the eyelids and the eyelids themselves that can feel itchiness. So when people say their eyes itch, they actually means the mucosa around the eye itches. They do have pain receptors though. The reason that they don't, most likely that they don't have itch receptors, is that we don't like go scratching our eyeballs themselves and create corneal abrasions, because those aren't good. Oh, Vivisol redeemed bear facts with bear. Good lord. So what sort of fact do you want, Vivisol? I will let you determine. Do you want a bear fact?
Okay.
Now I have to do another. Ooh, okay. How weird do I want to get it? Do we all know that our body can't actually determine how much oxygen we have in our blood? We actually don't sense when we're low on oxygen. We sense when there's too much carbon dioxide in our blood concentration. So as long as we are breathing in air in general of any composition and breathing out enough carbon dioxide for the CO2 levels to not rise in our blood, we will never know how, like, if we're in a pure nitrogen environment, we can just get tired, go to sleep, and asphyxiate without any alarm bells ever going off in our body's feedback loop, because we were able to exhale all the carbon dioxide, and it doesn't build up to freak our bodies out.
Bodies are crazy, man.
They really are.
Absolutely nuts.
So there you go, Vivicel. Did that meet with your expectations?
Do we have do we know who's setting this next match up?
We don't. I'm assuming I would get an invite. We can hope. I am scrolling.
That would be ideal.
Where is Lunari? There she is.
It would not let me send a request outside of that. I don't know why, but here we are.
Okay. All right. Yay! I have an invite.
From 05 to winning the games of day.
It was great.
All right. Well, they get themselves together. All right. So comp-wise, do you think there's anything that can be changed? Do you think this is about composition? Do you think this is just about positioning? What's the, what do you think we can do if we're the Scuttlers coming into game 2? Is it just about reaching deep into your pocket, getting in onto favorites?
Well, good news for everyone is we will never see these 10 champions for the rest of the series. So
Yes,
comps
indeed.
will have to change. We are in Fearless.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go down a completely different way, and it will be fun.
Yeah, this is our first go at Fearless in the LBLCS. So
Yes, it is.
hopefully
So,
people have been deepening their champ pools.
I wonder if they will keep bans the same. That could be interesting. Just those 5 champs they really don't want to see, or if particularly the third ban and the second round of bans are going to be different, because those are just a second, because those are, my brain just died, usually done in response to what you want to play and what you definitely don't want to face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the same link. Oh, we're good.
Delightful.
Awesome. I'm already on the correct page. We're doing great. Now let's see. Are they choosing this? They are choosing the same sides? Oh, they're making it very easy for me, and I appreciate them.
Yeah, subbing, to Luffy's point, definitely has an added function in
Yes.
Fearless. We do often have a lot of teams that have their starting five. You know, the subs really are there to sub if a starter can't make it. But I think there's a real space for teams this season who, you know, do have a deep bench and are able to pull out, you know, maybe specialized players who I think it would be really interesting to have players that you're subbing in which are going to draw bans, maybe put them on, you know, their third best champion, but are just going to draw bans that are specific to them and how that can shape a fearless draft.
Absolutely. That's going to be really interesting going forward. Wasn't
Uh,
it the U.S. Gymnastics team that did had a vaulter come in just for vault because they were just good at vault and not good at anything else, but it was
oh
worthwhile on
yes,
their points. Yeah,
yeah, and they ended up
doing
medaling.
very well.
Yeah, that dude crushed it and was like very famous for a little while.
Yes, it was a blast.
Him and we had a rugby player that was very popular as well. Both of them went on Dancing with the Stars.
Awesome. I
Yep. It was
definitely
for
have a TV and watch it.
I didn't. It was just all over my Instagram feed for some reason. It was just the
I
two of them.
don't have
I
that
know there were
either.
other contestants in that. I just didn't see them.
That's cool.
Heavy and Metal asked what the average rank of these games are. So across the board with the low budget LCS, we have 8 different leagues, and those are leagues. We had 110 teams apply. We had more than that apply, but we picked 110 teams, and we've organized them into 8 leagues. And we have a point system where we give each player points, and that is how we determine the strength of teams. And we have grouped them so that they are pretty close in power level. So this is this is our executive league, which is pretty high up there. I believe Loki mentioned that there were diamond players in this league.
Yes.
Little Robot Man asked why it sounds like I'm casting from a bathroom with amazing acoustics. Because I am, Little Robot Man. You fucking nailed it. Just put this mic in a bathroom and let the acoustics do the work.
Oh my gosh, we missed the highlight my message earlier. I am so sorry, little robot man. Um, I knew my night was not yet complete, but yes, you are correct in that LeChance licks toes. Thank you.
Thanks, Little Robot Man. All right, Luffy. I don't know what the Halo team is. Not off the top of my head.
Is Halo
I
still played anymore? She
yeah,
says
the
playing League of
Halo
Legends.
had a whole
It's
thing.
fine.
I never played the games. Yeah, that's my reveal to you. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't help you on Halo. I'm sorry.
Uh, Zhang Fei says, I'm hard stuck silver gold. Is there low budget coaching available? There is, but in the form of our delightful sponsor this season, which you will see a URL for when we are in the actual game. Oh, Loki, do you have to hit draft 2?
Do I?
I have no idea. Yeah, we teach League. Getting
Oh,
right
yeah, I
to
do.
the point there.
Hey!
100%. Check them out. Very friendly people.
Oh. Alright, it did not change on the stream. That's fantastic, but I can see it. Why isn't it changing on the screen? Alright.
Maybe grab the link again and put it back in.
We're gonna try that.
We're learning. We're growing. Exactly what It's Demaru is saying.
Okay. We're gonna try this one more time. Copy. Paste. Hey. All right, and so we're coming into draft at the same time we did last time. I'm really up on this. So I haven't looked at the fearless drafting thing before, so it's good to know I have to click on draft 2 when draft 2 comes out. The Scuttlers, looks like they banned Jinx again and have secured Cassante, Rakan, Trundle. So the Scuttlers are not sitting back and poking this game. I can for sure tell you that. And Lunari is going to be on the Nami with Illusion. So Illusion Nami bot lane for the Sisters of the Loam with a Belveth. Super classic strong bot lane into at least a Rakan that we know of. And it looks like the Scuttlers have banned out top laners, while Sisters of the Loam have opted for Xayah. Xayah? Yes. Xayah? Rakan and Xayah? Yes. To have it not paired with that Rakan, as well as taking Victor out of the mid laners pool. Okay, that could be fantastic. We have an Orianna Belveth combo that could be really substantial in team fights. I love the Ari into that to get out of dodge, because that could be very painful. It'll be much harder for Ari to get picked and locked down when she has her ult up. Cassante and Trundle will definitely have to be aware of that ball positioning in team fights, though. Let's see. Running that timer down. Sivir. So a spell shield on the ADC. That is delightful. Sivir is also able to clear waves very, very easily, make sure she has that pressure. And so she can't get pushed in. Shen. Okay. So they again have a good bit of a protect the ADC comp, except it's also protect the Belveth comp, because Belveth Shen are going to be going in and creating absolute havoc in these team fights. However, we also have Rakan, Cassante, and Trundle to create madness on the sides of the Scuttlers. Powered up by that Sivir ult to run into team fights, these are going to be some very dynamic team fights again. They are really picking games or teams that are going to do fantastically for our viewing pleasure. And we are drafting in game now, and then we will be able to run down the spectator delay. Cool.
And I will also be putting the predictions back up. Everybody stayed on the same side, so that made it super easy.
I was a big fan. Personally, it was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Seer was able to keep their considerable wealth. Seer, I don't know if you're still watching right now, but if you are, how many channel points do you have? Because that was a lot. You dumped an insane amount on that bet. It was risky as hell. And Luffy's just making cat noises.
We're not surprised. I do believe Luffy has offspring that very much enjoys pretending to be a cat. And Luffy did not teach this offspring that if I fits, I sits. And Luffy walked into a room and took a picture of said offspring sitting like a cat in a cardboard box in the middle of the room. Offspring then meowed.
Horrible. Oh my god, Quico is saying
Woo!
Seer has 230,000.
That is almost 250,000.
Maybe the most channel points. If anybody has more than that, feel free to speak up.
We will see if the lovely powers that be at Twitch ever actually get us the ability to see that and see who are the richest and schmeckle holders in the LBLCS.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was just repeating rumors last season, but I heard that Twitch was going to add some sort of feature that would allow us to have leaderboards, but probably best to let that go. Well, we're here. Just want to say a thank you to the last chunk of followers here. Floppy Floater, Salbeer, Cry7654, Mythicalix, Alex Y, Avoid XXL, Power 017, Zhang Fi, 44 Brill, Silver Sloth, Hokage, Mathak, Kodor 1927, Ethereal Taylor, love that one, Applebee's, we're diametrically opposed to you, Dawn of Raven, Chizaru, and Artificial. Thank you guys so much for being the newest supporters of the Low Budget LCS. We appreciate the fuck out of that.
Thank you for joining. We hope you enjoy our crazy figuring it out shenanigans. But you know what? The screen is not black. We are actually putting stuff up on the stream. So, yeah.
Thanks, Young Santa. Subbing with their Prime for 7 months.
Luffy, there wouldn't be much to stream. It wouldn't last long at all.
Damn.
You'll be fine, dear.
Damn. Them's fighting words.
Or are you talking about this Sunday? That'll be fun. So this Sunday is both Luffy's and mine first match of the season. Expedition 66, Luffy's team versus Arrow, my team. So that will be a very fun game.
That should be, Luffy, what position are you playing this season?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Is it jungle?
Yeah.
All right, delightful. Fantastic.
Unless his team lets him play mid.
Okay, I was turning my dryer on while they were drafting, so I didn't really get a close look at these
Okay.
compositions, and I'm just sort of actually clocking in here.
Both are really crazy and strong. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, not bad here. I'm interested to see the final oak on a less slippery ADC here.
That spell shield on Sivir can make her
It-
very slippery too.
It is.
Also with the Rakan. Oof.
For sure. For sure. Ezreal in my head's just a slightly different tier there.
Yeah.
Execute expedite. Ooh, yeah. I guess that is a little Claire Obscura in Star Wars crossover. I have not played Claire Obscura yet, but I've only heard wonderful things, and that many people have referred to it as a piece of art.
I will leave that completely up to you. I mean, it's Damaru says it's fantastic, so, and Floppy Floater agrees. It's apparently good. But
Gotta be game of
unfortunately,
the
I
year.
have not seen it.
Did it come out this year? Wow.
Oh, that's really cool.
Huh.
You left your League edition for it? That's impressive. Ooh,
That is
a
very
whole
impressive.
month. Wow.
God damn.
Yeah,
All right, we've got a couple of rousing reviews here.
we really do. Not sponsored.
No.
Do we have to say that?
Claire's here left a hole in my heart and it didn't play anywhere. God damn. It is like the Green Goblin mask. 100%.
All right, and theoretically, we should
League
be
is
getting
love,
into
League
game
is
as
life.
long as it pops up on my screen. It's thinking about it. I see a loading screen. So it should be loading in very shortly. And here we go into game. Awesome. And then we go. Oh, we're having level 1 shenanigans with the entirety of the Scuttlers running directly into top lane together. Clearly, they did not care for how Rengar or Oscar got ahead in that first game and are now hunting a Shen in this top lane.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of revenge here if they can find the angle. Oh, I love the angle that they're coming at. Kodiak is not with them. Oh, and they're not going to go into that bush. Rengar sees him, drops that ward. Do they get the ward?
Oh,
they don't get the ward.
Tragedies.
And Rengar, a player who has named themselves after a champion,
that wasn't even banned against them.
No. And, good on the Sisters of the Loam, taking that opportunity to push into the bottom side and get some deep wards of their own. Maybe even setting a little trap. Who are they going to try and catch here? Yeah. There it is.
Linari's like, I want that damage, please. At that point, I would say, oh, I should have gone for a strike.
Luffy, what D&D are you watching? And just some little skirmishes going to break out across the board here.
Everybody's level 1, so not terribly much threat of things going too far. Though, ooh, that's quite a bit of damage coming out of that Orion already. Sword Cultivator's gonna have to have fancy feet in order to keep themselves safe in that mid lane. Oh no.
It's extremely easy to get me off topic. I will talk about drop out at any time. Dimension 20, what's up, Brennan Lee Mulligan? Here we go. This fight breaking out in the bottom lane right here as they will just have to back off. That's the right move, but in the top lane, the taunt comes through. Oh,
forcing the
flash
out.
Burn. Oh, the final oak, very nice. Spell shield coming in clutch right there.
So
very
that
well
was
done.
barrier and heal popped on the side of the Scuttlers, barely able to keep the final oak up. That was sub 100 hit points we saw for a moment then.
Yeah, no.
And
very,
I love Dimension 20. I am such a nerd.
Yeah, I love that we have a lot of dropout fans here. Game changer, fantastic. Also, highly recommend the Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild one. That is Brennan Lee Mulligan, Lou, Eric Ishii, and Abria. It's incredible. They just finished their first book.
That's
More
cool.
skirmishing. The final oak tree in a lot of trouble here with such low health. You know, Sivir is able to farm safely as long as she has mana for it. And that's just not going to last for long in the early game.
Okay. So, thankfully for Kodak Whiskey, they're in a fairly safe spot in this lane, and the red minions are greater than the blue, so they should theoretically be able to keep it in that safe spot. Ooh, that's...
Yeah, Lucian just wanted that extra auto.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's fine. Okay. Kodiak is doing a phenomenal job about keeping that wave in a safe space for him. I am very impressed at their wave management. Oh.
Yeah. Once again, just Rengar showing that you got to be careful of them, because they're going to take any advantage they can get, regardless of whether on that Camille or here on this Shen. Both characters capable of diving and diving deep.
Into a Rakan and Cassante, which could be interesting for them.
Absolutely.
Okay. Knock up onto
Wormlock going in right there. Sivir getting some autos down. They're a level down, but that doesn't matter if you can get the other player to 0 health. Nice heal right there. And now the final oak looking quite low, gets taken down, and Wormlock, left all by their lonesome, considered getting the kill. that's going to be a double kill going over to this Lucian.
Taking a couple turret shots there really hurt the final oak tree. They weren't quite able to get that kill on Lunari with the heal being popped. They thought they had the damage, but instead, Sisters of the Loam were up 2-0 this game, in direct opposition to where they started last game. So let's see what they can do with a stronger start in this game too.
Yeah, they're you know, if they were able to snowball with that last game, you got to be at least a little bit worried. But the Scuttlers know this, right?
Yes.
They've already had one experience playing against them. They know what they have to be wary of. It's going to be a matter of executing that.
Good
Ooh, nice
charm.
Oh, followed up by a fantastic ult from Schmitty here. Just going to walk forward. Didn't have the cooldowns to finish him off, but that was quite the clapback. Speaking of clapbacks, up here in the top lane, the 2v1, Kodiak trying to ult their way out of a situation, but they just can't get it, and that's going to be the feat of war, laid by the Sisters of the Loam.
A 3-0 start, really strong, and Shen is up 20 CS in that lane and about to crash a wave into that top lane to be even further ahead in CS. Also of note, Cassante does not have TP to come back to wave, whereas Shen does. So their reset will be much faster, and they'll be able to get back and apply that considerable lane pressure they have. Well, whenever they decide to back.
It won't, you know?
No, they're going to make a liar of me. That's fine.
The dragon is just being done in the background this entire time. I love that. I'm not 100% sure if Sisters of the Loam know that that's the case, but we're seeing some pretty similar themes here. Wormlock trying to keep their ADC alive. There goes the heal. A little bit late on that, but there was a lot of damage coming through anyhow.
So the cooldown on Bubble is coming out of Navi is less than the cooldown of Spell Shield, and we saw it just there, where the first Bubble was Spell Shielded, but the second was able to secure the kill. With
Dang,
the 3-0
this...
Rengar. Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal from this Shen here. Oh my god, Young Santa, they have a new season with the Intrepid Heroes. Is that going to be the next season?
Yes.
You can't...
They just announced Campaign 4 on Critical Role, and we cannot get that distracted because we will go completely off the rails.
Yes,
We
very
have to talk
true.
about
Nice
the beautiful taunt in top lane.
Yeah, Kodiak goes unstoppable, does get back under tower, but, you know, sporting double the CS, Rengar completely controls this lane, and something's got to give. Either you've got to allocate some assistance up into the top lane, or sometimes in the laning phase, you just got to lose gracefully. Oh, Motsauce going in. That was very nice follow up with the Ori ult. Now there's a pretty big wave down here. Sorry, crashing up there in the top lane. The camera cut down to the bottom lane. Question is, what's going to happen in this dive? Very nice. Really, really well done. Cassante taking advantage of the brief respite they had. Shen was really deep under the tower. Although we might see a Shen clap back.
So what would happen if in the off season after this split, we just ran a D&D game with the casters and streamed
That's
it?
entirely possible. Oh, Wormlock going low. Getting taken down right there. I think that the final tree has enough auto attacks to finish them off. Never mind. Wait a second. They've got backup. There's the ult. That's a double kill.
Lucian's fed. Congratulations, Lunari. Your Lucian is 5-0 at 9 minutes. That's
Yeah, in a really strong position, and they're just maintaining some, you know, very strong play that we saw from game one. They were filthy in game one on that Yunari, and we're seeing it again here on the Lucian.
Yes. It is very clear that Sisters are a pretty bot lane focused team, although their top lane is also very strong.
Yeah,
Sisters
great
are looking really impressive so far this season. They had a strong season last split, and now they're looking very good this split as well.
Absolutely. And listen, it's day 2 of the split, but still looking quite strong. Lunari, maybe getting caught right here. That's going to be the knockup. Little Shanks chasing him down. Oriana is here to help get out that Nami.
Yes.
But listen, we know that this is all in an effort to control the river, because the Scuttlers love the river. It's in the name. They want the scuttle crabs. They want the dragons. Final Oak Tree in a lot of trouble as
Good
this
Nami
wave
ult.
comes crashing down. Is going to lift them both up and bring them both down into the pocket of that Lucian. 7-0-0, followed by 007. I mean, just imperfect tandem down there.
So this is a game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, sometimes this is how the cookie crumbles. And Lucian and Nami are really bringing their strength to bear here, just in the right ways. They're dueling really well. They're taking advantage of the opportunities. You know, hats off to them. They're doing it right.
They are doing
Nice charm.
fantastically. Sword Cultivator has been very good with these charms. I've been super impressed at them sneaking them in with things.
Yeah, they've been landing a couple, and you know they're gonna need some key picks coming up as this game extends.
I do have slight concern that I don't think Shen would care if Shen got charmed.
Yeah, probably not. There's a taunt coming through again. The autos aren't strong enough yet to just take them out. Okay, very nice. There's the charm into the knockup. Mopsaw trying to get to safety. Schmidt, this is a 2v3. Oh, but now reinforcements have shown up. This is the 7-0 Lucian. Just so much damage, turning a kill over. And in the top lane, I think we're going to see a solo kill as Shen takes down Kazante. Just all over the map, Sisters of the Loam are looking fierce.
So I do want to draw a little bit of attention to the CS difference in top lane. Shen's 50 CS up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Shen is CSing out of their mind.
Yeah. Sister's top laner looks absolutely terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, Rengar's just, you know, we saw it last game, we're seeing it this game. They're fierce.
They are.
Also, this game is kind of about snowballing right now and like how
Yes.
you use your snowball. Which is, you know, one of the
but
skill
a
sets in League.
beautiful charm.
Another charm from Sword Cultivator here.
I mean, Scuttlers do still have a, shall we say, charming team comp with this Rakan and the Ahri. So multiple charming abilities that can very easily turn a fight. This top lane though. Good
Very
knockup.
nice.
Great dodge out of Oak Tree of the Nami ult there. And that is Nami ult down with them still being
Another
fairly
charm.
high.
We're at like 4 or 5 in a row right now. Very nice. Charm coming down to the bot lane. Just out of a different champion. But they just, whoa, that turret shot actually did a lot right there. The heal comes through in the barrier as well. Just so
That is
much.
Shen ult too.
Schmitty looking to win this 1v1. Sword Cultivator had one more dash there, but it just wasn't enough damage. They're really looking... Oh, sorry. That wasn't the barrier. That was the Shen ultimate.
Yep.
My bad. And speaking of ultimates, that's the Lucian ult coming out right here. Oh, they go for the knockup. They don't...
Clean
Wow.
turret
What
dive.
a dive. It was so clean.
Oh, it was beautiful. And
Yeah.
Mott's up there covering that top wave. Sisters of the Loam are putting a clinic on in this game.
Yeah.
They're 15-0 at 14 minutes. They have over a kill per minute, and they're managing to not die while doing it.
Yeah, I think the, you know, you called it out right there. I think one of the most impressive things is just having somebody, it's a, you know, it's a basic of League. Yes, we know, but still when you pull off the basics, it's impressive. Shen ults down on the bot lane and Mott's moves up to cover top lane. That's simple, but extremely effective. And that's how you win leagues like this. You
And also,
master
Mott's
basics
nearly
like that.
soloed Kodiak. Which,
Yeah.
You know. So that is currently a 2v3 that...
Wow,
oh
massive. That's going to be the Nami ult coming out right there as well. Little Shank's looking quite low. And you know Sisters of the Loam has the damage to just finish that team fight off. Oof. But is Lucian strong enough to dive a half-health tower? Probably not.
No,
Stay tuned,
not
though.
quite yet.
A lot of game left.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so early, right? They're gonna take all the objectives that they can. Whoa. Sword Cultivator only an inch off with that charm. My favorite subplot so far. Oh, wow, very nice. With the Ori ult. I mean, just clean. Caught him on the edge of it. Finished him off the W. Yeah, a little bit.
Have we seen anybody not solo their direct lane opponent yet?
Hard to say. Final out. It's just very nice.
Wormlock.
Out of the back end, gets the
Portal
kill.
combat.
So Portal combat and getting the team on the board.
Yup, 100% of Scuttlers kills on the support exactly where they should be. It's fantastic. I mean, my org leader, Vivicel, told me I should definitely take more kills in game.
Hey, listen, if that's something they're telling their support to do, you should listen. Nice ult coming out with Cassante. But
That
again,
was
some
a
of
turret,
this,
shooting, like,
yeah.
5 times. That was, yeah.
Some of this is just a wallet, you know, getting thrown at the other team.
This turret is going over to the side of the sisters. They are even on dragons, on drakes. So theoretically, Scuttlers could stack some of those up. There
I like
are a lot.
I like Lunar Day's opinion on this, which is comeback in progress. Can't call it a comeback if you're not behind a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, if you are in the position of the Scuttlers, I think we're almost at that point of like, you got to make some drastic plays. You got to try and make something happen. The other thing you can do is just turtle up super hard. Try to slow down the game as much as possible, right? You've got a hill to climb. You know, it always sounds crazy, but I think we've all lost games that we shouldn't have and won games that we shouldn't have.
How many games have you been in that there has been a surrender vote that you've turned around and won?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, like, for that, so many. God.
Okay,
let's just
3v1
marvel
and
for
Shen.
a moment how strong this Shen is. Let's see what they can do in the 3v1. Are they that strong? It doesn't look like they are, but I'll be damned if that Trundle wasn't looking a little low. But that was a great move from the Scuttlers. They overwhelmed a side lane,
Yes.
and, you know, that is something they're going to have to consider. Very nice. Getting 2 with the charm and the knock-up. Oh, just so much coming out of the Orianna there.
So for the top laner previously known as Cassante, stepped on an Ori ball.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Okay. Little Shanks going for this. Very nice from Lunari, saving their ADC with the wave like that.
Yeah. So
Oh my god.
Lucian is going into 3 with the Shen ult on him, so it's another dive in mid lane. Mid turret
Yeah, and they're
is
going to keep it going.
starting to hurt Rengar. Ow. Looney!
He's-
Oh,
Oh.
that was a real warm turret!
Lunar goes down, but that means that the 2 champions with dashes can guiltlessly dash their way to safety over the wall.
Yep.
Not having to make the decision or worry about their friend. And that's a gift in its own way.
And Rakan now has 2 kills.
Hell yeah, Damaro, never give up, never surrender. Oh, I won 3v5 to get into gold for the first time. That's what a huge moment to get into gold with, Damaro. That's incredible.
Yep. So top lane does not have a flame horizon yet. However, with that map getting really collapsed down on the Scuttler side, the jungle CS difference is starting to become significant with a 70 gold lead on Belveth. They're sending 2 into this top lane while the Scuttlers take Otacon. I'm guessing uncontested. Now
Nice
3
Silverbolt.
in top after Rengar. Rengar goes in!
Really nice charm right there,
Oh.
though. Wow, final Oak Tree surviving that genuinely was incredible. And they
Having
pulled
to
that
flash
trick
away,
off
yep.
twice now. That is more gold in their pockets. Yes, down 13k, but huge respect to the Scuttlers. I mean, this is the kind of shit that you need to do to come back. Is just make positive play after positive play. And they have been able to do that. Now, again, still a long way to go. Let's talk about some positives. Some positives is that nobody's on Soul Point right now. Let's talk about some negatives. That's unfortunately what you are up against, and I wouldn't even say that Sword Cultivator was doing anything particularly wrong there.
No.
Maybe that wasn't the most safe path, but I mean, God, just so much. They're looking for a flank. They're seeing
Yeah.
if they can pull something off, but there's just too much damage coming down onto that Rakan, who's gonna have to dash forward, but unfortunately find an enemy deeper in the jungle there. And that is going to give a big numbers lead over to Sisters of the Loam, who's now is gonna try and flex that.
So it looks almost like
Mini,
Sisters of
though.
Loam is setting up for a vision around Baron, but Baron's not even spawning for another few minutes. So they're just running down mid now, seeing if they can get that mid base turret taken out. And they have 4 in the mid lane.
Very nice charm under the tower at the very least, and Sipper is in a position to dump out some damage here. They're gonna press the issue on this fight. Schmitty's walking up. This could be a massive Orianna ult. They do have to be careful. Not sure what the cooldowns are on that, but they are chasing this fight really well. And the Scuttlers making a meal of this moment. That's gonna be Lucian trying to kite away. Very nice use of that dash there. Matzos now turning. Tides may have actually turned here. That's a flash over the wall. Schmitty bringing the ball back to them. Nice charm, but unfortunately they're gonna get caught. And while they do lose that fight, I mean, that fight had some really good looks from the Scuttlers.
Yeah. Sword Cultivator was doing great with the hitting the charms. They were able to secure an even fight until they turned back. But it looked really, really good. The Scuttlers here are not going down without a fight, and I'm really happy to see it.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right. So, Sisters of the Loam setting up for this Drake take. That would be their 3rd Drake. That is taken and secured, so they are on Soul Point. We'll see if they get to Soul in 5 minutes. Baron here is going to be spawning in about 1:45. So you will probably see them shift their vision up to that top side of the map, get that vision in the top side jungle, just so they can see if the Scuttlers are approaching that objective. So it's now a 2v1 in this top lane. Let's see what Shen does against 2 rather than 3.
It's going to be a little more difficult. Yep, Rengar is just going to dash back in. We've got some more backup coming.
It looks like while the Trundle ult was going, it was doing pretty well. However, with that Trundle ult expired, it looks like it is much harder to kill the Shen. Oh, so close on the charm. Still gonna get it though. You don't have to hit those spirit orbs orbiting around her for the shield. Those are not a skill shot, so they cannot be dodged. Bot tier 3 being taken down with the inhibitor threatened as well. Scuttlers get to watch that happen while the mid lane also pushes in. 1 turret shot. Oh, Little Shanks having to flash out of the culling there. Oh my gosh, the spell shield out of the final oak tree was fantastic to just laugh in the face of that Orianna ult. So huge team fight cooldown taken out by a simple spell shield. Beautiful job with that Sivir Shield.
And they pull off the defense there, at least for, there's going to have to be another push. We'll get at least one last 5v5 team fight right here. Sword Cultivator looking to land another charm potentially. That wave's going to find 2 members, and they're going to take out the mid laner, but they're going to dive in. Very nice. Some pretty good. Wouldn't quite call it a wombo, but they do get some damage off. They do get one target taken out. The Scuttlers will not go quietly into the night as these last 2 towers fall. The Nexus is exposed. Just doing the last little bit of cleanup right here as the minions do the dirty work on the Nexus, and that's going to be a clean 2-0 going to the Sisters of the Loam.
With
Holy
a
Loman
15-0 and 7 Lucian.
Very, very strong.
Yeah, it's actually a bit hard to call out any particular one carry because Sisters just did really well across the board there. The damage coming out of the Lucian was the highest in the game at 38,000. The Shen damage was 23,000, which I take issue with. Tanks should not deal that much damage. Man.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
2 fantastic games though with no, we'll do this one. It's a prettier screen right now. I need to come up with something for in between games that looks delightful. That is fine. Yes, Ori did go down at the end. The Scuttlers really did their best to fight back there, made it some interesting fights. Game 1 was really fantastic, with lots of back and forth. We did not know what was going out. The Scuttlers came out super, super strong. It was very impressive to see. And the Scuttlers didn't even have their team captain and main ADC on the roster tonight. So I really expect to see exciting things from them in the future, and they'll be a fun team to watch. But as they were strong last split, it looks like the Sisters of the Loam are going to have a pretty significant season this split as well.
Yeah, 100%. Looking forward to seeing, a lot more of both of these teams. Again, this is just day 2 of the new season. A lot more to come. And we'll be trying to bring another stream to you guys tomorrow night. And we're going to keep trying to chain them forward from there. We'll see how things come together.
All right.
Do we have time for a very quick interview with Lunari?
I think I do. Do you?
I have time for a really quick interview.
Okay.
These games ended kind of at a 9 is my hard out, but boy howdy, would I love to get on the road a little bit earlier.
Yep, so are we dragging Lunari up?
Their ADC is interested in a quick interview. Sure thing. Thank you. You were being very nice about this. Yeah, this will just be a little quick one. Tell them to hop into community and we will pull them up.
All right.
Schmitty, don't fuck this up. Be a nice person.
Right.
Just kidding. You're gonna do great.
You'll do great.
Oh wait, no, sorry. This is Aska
Labos.
Labos. Welcome to the desk, Aska Labos. Congratulations on your win there. This will be a quick one because I gotta hop in a car because I agreed to pick somebody up from a train station. But how are you feeling after that win, starting off your season right?
It felt pretty good, definitely. Wasn't super happy with my performance at the start of the first game, bit of an int, but glad the way we came back. And second game felt good. Glad to be back in this league, back in the, LBLCS, and going through these tournament games. Yeah, right. And just wanted to say thank you guys for hosting this, and I won't hold you too long, but just excited to see where we can go this season. New team, new roster, and ready to kick some butt.
I love it. That's fantastic. And to your credit, first game did start off a little bit rocky, but you guys really stayed the course. Just a little bit of insight into communication on your team. Who are the big talkers on your team? Who's making the play? Who is keeping everyone's morale even when things are looking a little steady or unsteady on the Rift?
I don't know about keeping the morale even, but definitely Lunari and I are typically the big talkers trying to do the call playing, and definitely she manages most of the team fights, most of the calls. So definitely her credit for us being able to macro in both those games, which I think we did pretty well.
Definitely.
I,
I
I love it.
am.
Loki, any burning questions?
How do you actually pronounce your name?
It's Escalibos.
Escalibos. Okay.
Couldn't have been more off.
Oh, we were
Don't worry, you
really
guys are not the
wrong.
first. It's my
Let's
fault for
go.
picking
Yeah, I guess now that I'm looking at it right now, yeah,
Yeah.
I've been throwing some U's in there.
You would not be the first. Don't worry.
The furthest I got off was Ascalalabos.
Yeah, I've gotten that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. As long as we're not too far off. Well, thank you so much for coming on and allowing us to have a quick interview. We appreciate the hell out of that. Once again, congratulations to you guys for the win. You already kind of touched on this, but any last notes you want to end on before we let you go?
I don't think so. I think we're just good to go.
Awesome. All right.
And now it is my
that-
turn to ask for your catchphrase, LeChance, before we sign out and let you go drive to an airport.
Obviously, my catchphrase, as always, is never book a 3-hour obligation when you have a 90-minute drive in front of you. Have a good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, maybe the night after that.
Enjoy listening to, I'm sure, some sort of Critical Role on your drive. Bye!